Morning YouTube hikers, Ray from Hike-ALOT. Here with you this morning to do a quick video on 4 mistakes that new hikers often make. Let's dive in. Okay guys, the first mistake I see a lot of new hikers make is they assume they did not need trekking poles. I walk around all day without poles. Why do I need one while I'm on the trail? These guys are going to save your joints for your up and down hills, especially those knees, ankles. It's going to give you more points of contact on the ground, keeping us safer, especially when we're doing the crossings and things like that. They're just worth having. Plus, they're a great way to knock the spider webs out of the trail when you get up first thing and you're the first one out in the mornings. So pick up trekking poles, give them a try. For me, right out the gate early on, I thought they were kind of an optional comfort item, and I used them for a comfort item, but I quickly figured out that for me, this is a necessity. So give them a whirl. Okay guys, the second mistake that I see a lot of new hikers make when they're going out on the trail is not having a plan for dealing with bugs. It's going to be the creeping, crawling, flying creatures of the world that drive us crazy and really can make a hike sort of miserable if you don't have an approach for them. What I do with them on the trail, a little healthy shot of Permethrin on my clothes before I go out there, let that dry up before I go, and then out on the trail I'm using Picaridin. Between these two products, and I'll throw a link to these down in the description below, that usually deals with all of my bug issues, and I typically don't have any issues with them going forward for the entirety of my stay as long as I use just these two products. Okay guys, the third mistake that I see a lot of hikers make is, quite honestly, and it's a trap that we can all get sucked into like quicksand, and it's overestimating our capabilities while we're on the trail. And we can get lulled into that, well, I can get from this point to this point in this allotted time, or I can conquer this terrain in this allotted time, or I can carry this many pounds in my pack and be comfortable with it without really knowing sort of what we can and can't do on the trail. And that takes some time, especially with new hikers, of just sort of getting that comfort level to really get your head wrapped around what is a realistic expectation for your performance while you're out on the trail. So it's a biggie. Okay guys, the final mistake I see a lot of hikers make, especially new hikers, out on the trail, and they're not really planning for electrolyte replacements. They're pretty much just slamming water the entire time, which can kind of throw off our balances inside. Water's great. We all need to drink plenty of it because a lot of us walk around in a state of dehydration anyway, but we do still have to have a mechanism to put back some of those essential nutrients. And you can definitely tell if you've been pounding water all day, but you've been sweating and working hard the entire time. You can tell the difference in having just straight water versus electrolyte therapy as well. So a couple of things out there. I know we've probably all seen them. Is the Noon. These tablets are pretty good. They come in a variety of different flavors. There's other stuff out there like Hydrolyte. These little drink packages. These aren't bad. It's probably not my favorites. Little companies like Fit Aid. These are really good as well. But honestly, hands down, my favorites. It's always really pretty much the liquid IV. They come in a variety of flavors, and at this point, you can get these things just about anywhere. And I always keep these in my bag. But even something as simple as like the Propel things. This is the probably least effective of all of that stuff that we just shown, but this is going to be better than nothing. And all these do have a good taste to them, and the taste is all secondary, but even something like this is going to be better than just the straight water constantly. Now, I'm not advocating drink these constantly, but a couple of times a day you want to throw a little something extra in there just to sort of keep the levels topped off and keep everything at a good even playing field. So don't underestimate the value of tossing a little something extra in your water, other than coffee, of course. Okay guys, hopefully you found that beneficial and use it next time you're out on the trail. And if you're out there right now, as always, just remember, left foot, right foot, repeat. We'll see you out there next time.